far can we get if we sail a little bit high?
Los Angeles Times journalists have voted to unionize for the first time in the newspaper's 136-year history, while its chief executive on Friday took an unpaid leave of absence amid allegations of improper behavior. A National Labor Relations Board tally found that newsroom workers voted 248 to 44 for representation by News Guild Communications Workers of America. The vote was taken on January 4. The union must now negotiate for a collective bargaining agreement. The union said it will seek better pay and benefits, as well as pay equity for women and people of color, greater diversity and better working conditions for reporters, copy editors, graphic artists and photographers. Advertising era invented by Teeds. This was a long time coming, and we're all thrilled that this has finally happened, Christina Bowie, a Times copy editor and union organizer, told the newspaper. The newsroom has put up with so much disruption and mismanagement, and this vote just underscores how much of a say we need to have in the decision-making process. The newsroom is demanding a seat at the bargaining table. We respect the outcome of the election and look forward to productive conversations with union leadership as we move forward, Times owner Tram Kink said in a statement. We remain committed to ensuring that the Los Angeles Times is a leading source for news and information and to producing the award-winning journalism our readers rely on. Most major news organizations in the United States, including the Associated Press, are unionized, and digital media such as the Huffington Post also have seen successful organizing efforts. Meanwhile, Trump said Friday that CEO and publisher Ross Levinson is taking an unpaid leave of absence while the company investigates allegations that engaged in frat boy behavior when he was an executive at other companies, joining the Times on August 21. National Public Radio reported the allegations on Thursday and said Levinson was a defendant in 2 harassment lawsuits that have been settled. Sometimes employees have called for Levinson to be fired. The Times has had 5 publishers in the past 5 years. That has contributed to rising discontent in the newsroom, which also saw jobs slashed and benefits cut as the Times struggled with declining advertising revenues and circulation in the face of online competition. Times daily circulation is now under 274,000, down from a high of more than 1 million in 1990. Times union organizers also were incensed that while staff benefits were being cut, Trump last month signed a $5 million a year contract with a consulting business owned by its chairman, Michael Ferro. Trump fought Times organizing efforts. A day before the vote, the paper's editor-in-chief and former interim executive editor sent employees an email arguing that a union won't solve most of the problems endemic to our industry. The Times was owned for much of its history by the Chandler family, and the paper was fervently anti-union. In 2000 it was sold to the Tribune Co., which went through a period of bankruptcy and turmoil. The company spun off its publishing arm as Tribune Publishing in 2014, which was later renamed Trump for Tribune Online Content. Chicago-based Trump is the nation's 3rd largest newspaper publisher, and its properties include many venerable papers, including the Chicago Tribune, San Diego Union Tribune, New York Daily News, Orlando Sentinel and Baltimore Sun.